What's up, you guys? It's your girl Kalima. Welcome to Kalima Kam. You guys, it's been a minute. But I always gotta come back with a vengeance, you guys. And by the way, look at this lip color. It is really, really purple, matching the fingernails. Shouts out to Lac Nail Bar. This lipstick is so like painty purple. I don't know. I think it was a subconscious thing where I was looking at my lipstick and I was just like, all right, whatever, I'll do this purple. But it was just too like crack looking, you know, just like way too bright. And so I actually took this bronzer, which you can't really see now, but hold on. So for those of you who actually follow me on social media, like everyone, like from celebrities to, you know, friends and people who comment on my page, they're always just like, your makeup's so amazing. And I'm always like blown about it because I actually use my finger for most of my makeup. I am fully the finesser. I will find, like, I love putting colors together, but I am so like not someone who's gonna invest in expensive makeup to get a look. I'd rather like blend that crap together and create something as fast as I possibly can, and it just so happens to work. I think it's like the you know, foodie in me. Like I'm always like the one to try to like create new like tastes and seasoning. I'm down to like try different things, and I'm like, if that means that I need to mix some gas station lipstick with some bronzer that I had like for longer than I'd like to admit. But look, so I put a little bronzer on top of it, and it gives it this like brown, subtle brown shine, and it takes down the color. So wait, of course I'm already brown. Like this is a color that I didn't even need, right? But you can kind of see like how it just gives it that like shine of a brown. Like it's not as loud anymore, and I just love it. So yeah, that's what I'm working with today, you guys. And I don't do makeup tutorials. I do food tutorials. I'm getting into mukbangs, you guys. But my main thing is inspiration, motivation. I like to talk about the pop culture news, have fun with it, our favorite subjects, but bring it back to us. Because we can't relate to these celebrities in every way, but there's always something we can learn from everyone's experience. And that is what I am here to, you know, read in between the lines and get that tea for you guys. So make sure you give this a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, you guys. I would love to keep doing this, but I have to know like what you like, what you don't like.
And don't troll it,
poll it on at Kalima Kam TV. Guys, check out my Instagram. I'm constantly posting my interviews, different thing that's going on, getting to know you guys more. You guys get to know me more, just the daily life of my lifestyle, you guys. I am from Florida, a really small town in Florida. Moved to LA 3 years ago with $3,000 in my pocket, and when I tell you, it has been the most exhilarating, challenging, and just mind-blowing experience, you guys. Mind-blowing. Like, this stuff you can't write. Like, if I don't blog about everything. I call myself a publicly private person because I'm a public figure, but I'm actually really private. Like, I don't really talk about a lot, because the more exposure that I get, the more, you know, hate and judgment and just like careful I've become about my persona and my reputation and who I am. So I gotta be careful with certain things, and this is why I started this channel, because there's a lot of ways, even me being a small public figure, that I can relate to bigger figures, like my girl Kylie Jenner, you guys. Y'all was acting real salty at the fact that she is calling herself, or well, Forbes is calling her self-made. Like, so Forbes is giant, okay? They've been in business for longer than me and you even know, and they know AP. Do you know AP? No, because you ain't Forbes. Forbes knows self-made. They said
What they said.
self-made does not always mean that you came from the bottom. Self-made also means self-employed, okay? It means I took an opportunity and she ran with it. She had the right connections, not all of us do, but every single person who is self-made, me included, has had help, guidance, love, support along the way. She's a walking billboard. Anyone she wants, she can contact and they want to collaborate with her. So she's had a bit more access than we did, but the girl is self-made. Think about it. If you were to bet on which Kardashian would have became a billionaire first, who would you have said? I'm pretty sure you would have said Kim, Chris, I don't even know, but we definitely didn't think it was going to be the youngest and most irrelevant on the show. She, her and her sister don't really make appearances. They just use their social media to their benefit. They had mentors and managers. Obviously, Chris, come on, it's the American dream, literally. Before you're even legal to have alcohol, you have a child, and then you are the youngest billionaire. We first had Mark Zuckerberg, who was it was unheard of to just have a social media website that makes you a billionaire. So that was, for me as an optimistic person, dang, if you come up with a good idea, you actually can run with it and make it into something that is so giant that you'll never be able to spend that amount of money. The statistic is you'll never be able to spend $1 billion. You can buy an island, you can buy yachts, you can buy your friend's cars, which she did for Jordan Woods. You can do so much with it, but you'll never be able to spend it. And I'm just as an influencer, some of you guys are influencers or thought about being influencers, and you know that marketing, who reads ads? Who reads newspapers? We all skip the YouTube ad. It's all about social media. So if you know that being a social media influencer can create a billionaire, it ain't gonna last long, you guys. Evolution is consistently going. You jump on that bandwagon when you can, and Kris Jenner was smart enough to know that, and she ran with it. So you feel me? Let her live her best life. Look at it as dang, if Kylie can do it, so can I. Maybe I gotta get on a reality show, but maybe I could just make my own reality show. And you know what I'm saying? Just let the girl live. On to the next. Okay, Lisa Vanderpump. Okay, she has actually been my favorite housewife for so long. I absolutely love her, still do. But the girl calculated, y'all. She calculated. It's crazy because for so long she was the face of the housewives, the most successful one. Didn't need the show financially, but of course it took her and all the other housewives to different levels, and so much to another level where she is now an executive producer for one of the other biggest shows on Bravo, Vanderpump Rules. So it's led her to not even need it. And I think that she's probably not going to leave forever from this franchise, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, but she says that she's leaving. I think she might just be taking a break and come back because she doesn't really need it. Her businesses are so successful that it's why even stress over these girls who are just not making your life any better? I mean, come on, nobody would ever come for Lisa, but then Erica Jane came into the picture, which is another favorite of mine. And, it taught, I think, everyone else that you don't have to bow down or kiss Lisa's butt because she's the queen of Beverly Hills. You can live your best life, be yourself, and the fans will get it and they'll respect you for it. I think Erica was the first example. No one had ever been compared to Lisa until Erica came into the picture. And even though Erica's so different, her character, her persona is so different, we love her because she's still that strong queen, just like Lisa is. I think from her to Dorit to Teddy Bear to Tom Tom, everyone's kind of gotten their little taste of, dang, like, this lady is so calculated and it's made her such a great businesswoman, but it sucks to be on the receiving end, as Kyle says. I actually did an interview with Tom Sandoval and we talked about the whole Nene situation. You know, even Nene sort of thought that Lisa was gonna choose loyalty over business, but y'all sleep. Y'all sleeping on Lisa. Like, she has always been about that money. She is not, I mean, I think it stems from her relationship with her mom. She never really felt loved. I think she said that her mom never really said I love you. So I think just always subconsciously feeling like she had to protect herself and kind of put up a wall for so long. She just sort of adapted to being a businesswoman and saying, I'm gonna take care of myself financially, physically, emotionally. And financially is one of the biggest things that blossomed, you know, like putting herself first. Not even Ken can come for her. Like, let's keep it 100. Like, Ken is her little teddy bear as well. Like, Ken is her little puppy dog as well. It's not to say that she doesn't love him. I think that she loves him, but I think that it's a different relationship. Like, she is the alpha in the relationship. I mean, y'all tell me, am I crazy? Because I'm pretty sure, like, Ken doesn't put his foot down. I'm pretty sure it's like Lisa's the one that sort of controls everything. So why would Nene be exempt, you know? When it comes to business, I don't think Lisa and Nene were even friends like that. But the fact that everyone else heard about it, all the other housewives heard that Nene first came up with this idea of business and Lisa took it from under her. Is it early bird gets the worm, or is it like loyalty comes before business? Like, friends come before business. Now, you guys go ahead and sound off in the comment section. I personally feel like as a business person, you should go for the business aspect, but there is morality and there is a way that you can do it. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. So she could have said, hey, Nene, I know that you asked me about this, you know, location. I know that I said that it wasn't a good idea, but I actually consulted with someone else who said that it actually is a really great location. So I decided that I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to offer you like 10% if you want to go in. Like that's an honorable way. It's saying like, I'm letting you know what it is. I'm telling you that I'm actually going to go ahead and go for this. And I'm actually going to give you a piece of the pie. You can counter, you can say 10% is a joke, but here's $1 million and I'll take, 25%. If you guys ever watch Shark Tank, this is business, It's not about friendship. And like we said, Nene don't need friends, Lisa don't need friends. So I would be surprised if Nene felt like hurt by it. It's like, that's just what it is. Like, that's what business is. And at the end of the day, every single one of these housewives know that this exposure means nothing except dollars. It means nothing except business. So why would she say, ooh, I don't want to make Nene mad and her possibly not be my friend. Nene will probably out you. If she was smart, she probably knew that Nene was going to either tell her little Atlanta friends that would possibly leak over to Beverly Hills, but she knew what she was doing, but she chose to go for the bigger piece of the pie. I actually asked Tom Sandoval about this at the iHeartRadio Music Awards red carpet. We've all seen how she hasn't even committed to him. She has him and Tom Schwartz's name as the name and low-key face of the company, but he's been begging for a legal binding contract, and she has only provided a non-legal binding agreement with them. So they're literally working for money without any real investment into a company, and from someone who is self-employed and deals with contracts on a regular basis. And obviously seeing Lisa's history publicly on a television show, I think it's safe to say that they're never going to get a contract. I mean, when you go into a situation and the restaurant's done, sealed, and delivered, why in the world would she backtrack and say, now I kind of want to put you guys under a contract? You legally would have to, I don't want to say sue, but you would legally have to take her to Better Business Bureau or something. You've got to get somebody involved of authority to get her to take you serious, because she's proven that she ain't gonna take you serious. So, I had to talk to him about it, and this is what he said. Guys, what was your reaction when you saw the Nene interview about Lisa in the restaurant with Pump? Did you guys believe that?
I don't know, because I feel like there's always rumors or people say things all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know Nene personally. And I also don't know what it was like when Lisa was like buying that space or, you know. So well, honestly, I have no like real information to go on.
I think it's open to interpretation. I mean, Nene is she's such a big, great personality. She's so outrageous.
True.
Like, I mean, I could see her just sort of amping it up a little bit, and
Or
good for
maybe
her.
she-
Like, that's
and
what makes her so entertaining.
Yeah, and maybe she did say something to Lisa in passing, and then Lisa didn't remember that, or who knows?
I mean,
Who
look,
knows?
if I was trying to get that space, I would tell somebody like, "Oh yeah, no, it's like, you know what I mean? I would fight for it. Come on."
So there you have it. I think that even though Tom clearly doesn't feel that Lisa's being loyal to him, much like Nene, he understands that she's a businesswoman and business comes first. And if he were in her shoes, he would jump on that as well. The same way he jumped onto Tom without any guarantee of an official contract. He said, I'd rather partner with someone who is so seasoned in this business and create a name for myself where everybody else afterwards has to come correct. I said that to him. I was like, listen, everybody else is going to come to you and say, ooh, I'm a millionaire. I'm a huge investor. I have this great opportunity. I want to use your face and your likeness just like Lisa did and have you be a part of my company, but we're going to have a verbal agreement. So many people are going to try him because they see publicly that he plays the radio, that he's like easily able to get into a non-binding contract. That's what anybody would love. Think about it. If you had an opportunity to use somebody's face who's a celebrity, but you had the income to back a business and you just had them sort of as the face of the company and you knew that it would bring you more business and you knew that you didn't have to have them in any contract, you're going to try that at first. So I told him, I ain't his friend, but I'm just a person who has to like let a person know, like, listen, you may not see it now, but she's so smart. You know this subconsciously, but the lady is so smart and she's going to, you know, use this to her advantage. Don't let anybody else come to you talking about they want to do business with you without a contract in hand. Be smart about it moving forward, because I feel like this is gone with the wind. You know, I feel like this is, you know, Tom and where they are right now with no contract still, it's just never gonna happen. Like, I mean, if Lisa hasn't put him under contract before it even aired, so she doesn't look like someone who's just using someone, it shows that she really could care less. And she's clearly just trying to ride the wave. And I just hope that Tom are smarter and they learn from this and they say, you know, they remember that from now on, anyone who comes to me, because trust and believe, just like any other person on television, they're constantly, if they're lucky, approached with different opportunities and contracts. And it's like, he was even a model before, you know, so he's dealt with contracts. He should know how important contracts are. But, you know, think about it. If you were in his shoes and you knew that it's like, okay, I could say no and not have a contract and then also not like be with a part of such a huge new company and business that's gonna like soar and skyrocket because it's also gonna be televised. Or I could say yes, not have a contract, still make some money off of it and use it as leverage for hopefully some other opportunities, which will then be in writing. That's all I'm saying. I just really, you know, I had to tell him and I really, really hope that he listens, but we shall see. From one not so smart reality star to the next. Oh my goodness, you guys. Heidi Montag. I loved The Hills. Wasn't really a fan of Heidi. I mean, I was so Team Lauren that like, I just felt like Heidi was just so ditzy. I was really surprised to see that now she's like actually really religious and like her Snapchat is all about her family and her love for God, which is so beautiful, and I'm so happy because I know that she came from a good family. You know, I think her family was always consistently trying to like help her become a little bit more humble and not so like ditzy and like in a fantasy world with Spencer and everything. But honey, it seems like a little bit of the ditziness is still there, because this girl was asked about her new reality show and why there isn't any diversity, and this is what she said.
Do you wish that there was a little more diversity represented?
We don't all look the same. I mean, Adrena has darker hair. I feel like Misha has darker hair.
Oh my God. You guys. You know, even Wendy said, like, she felt sorry for her. Like, a lot of people aren't going to feel sorry for her. A lot of people are just going to be like, this dumb, stupid little blonde girl. And then a lot of people are just like, well, it's ignorance. It means that she, for so long, has not acknowledged diversity and, like, minorities for so long that when she hears the word diversity, it's not even, like, subconsciously. Not consciously, not like black and white, but subconsciously, she doesn't think about what diversity really means. She doesn't think about black people. She doesn't think about Mexicans. She doesn't think about minorities. She automatically thinks, well, diversity must mean hair color. Like, that's really, really, really sad. And it sucks because there's so many fans. I think that celebrities fail to realize that there's actually a lot of fans who are minorities and they love them. And then they hear comments like that and it's like, damn, like, I considered you as someone that, you know, is really cool and I am entertained by, and I can see you as being a real friend in real life. Like, I feel like I personally know you. And it's like, dang, so you just really gonna forget me in this moment? You really not even gonna acknowledge the people who have supported you? I really hope that her fan base and other people hold her responsible for it and don't allow her to forget it for a long time, because if it blows off and is just brushed away, she's never gonna realize how big of a mistake that is and how big of a fan base she's omitting that could possibly take her to another level. But all because you failed to acknowledge minorities. You should acknowledge the makeup of America, not just California girls, which I'm in California, and California girls, like, literally almost everyone in Los Angeles is not from Los Angeles. Like, everyone's from everywhere. So I was really offended by that too, because I'm from Florida, but I'm also in Cali. Like, I've been here for 3 years. Like, I consider myself a Cali girl. Like, I go back to Florida and I'm like, dang, I forgot how Southern I was, you know? Like, I have a lot of Southern history, but I also have this West Side about me. So it just really was like, I don't know what part of, like, Cali you think that you are from, or, like, she's not even from Cali, but I don't know what your experience of being a Cali girl means not black, when everyone knows that literally 50% of California is Mexicans. Like, they literally own this thing, low key, like, and you just gonna act like you don't even know that? It's really disrespectful, and it's bad taste, and it just makes you look like more of a dumb blonde, honestly. Oh my gosh, you guys, Joe and his deportation, it's just like, the whole story is just so sad to hear and witness, because, you know, Teresa held him down for so long, even when he, like, publicly humiliated her, like, was low-key cheating on her, like, behind her back, but low-key, but still on camera. Like, she has held him down so much so she blindly signed papers for his business because she trusted her own husband. And because she's a public figure, the law wants to make an example out of her, and she has to not only pay a lot, honey, because she paying a lot of money. I mean, literally, if you're a regular person, not known at all, and not even with a lot of money, and you get a DUI, like, tens of thousands of dollars. I mean, I'm just saying, like, sometimes it doesn't matter how good of a person you are, how you have done everything, cross your T's and dot your I's, because you're associated with someone and you co-sign them, you are taken responsible, and, like, you're the face of your family. So now your own husband is getting deported, and she, of course, served her time. There was a person on social media who posted a picture of Joe with this caption, and I just loved it. Listen, we know, hot topic, but we have so many questions. We understand he broke the law and the law is the law. However, how can you be in this country since you were a child, marry a U.S. citizen, and have 4 children? There is no loophole that can save him from deportation. Doesn't the deportation seem overly harsh? If there are back taxes due, just have him pay the taxes. Can't you do additional jail time? Being deported just seems so over the top. Okay, everyone, have at it. Clearly, he's proven that he's a U.S. citizen. And I think that so many Americans just like, they love to hear, get him out of here, get him out of here, kick them out, you know, like just ruin people's lives because of one mistake. And it's so hypocritical because everyone can make a mistake. And I understand that like he did something wrong, give him consequences, but kicking him out of the country is so big when it's like, you've been here for so long, you've made a name for yourself, you're mainly an American. You're not an Italian. Like, your life has been adjusted. You have kids here. Like, why are we not considering that? And why is there no loophole or no crack in the system in the sense of like, you know, because you have kids or because you have a wife who are actually American citizens, we will maybe deport you, but you have, you know, X amount of time to spend here at least before you get deported, you know? Like, literally, he's not going to get, it's reported that he's not going to get any time. Like, the minute he gets released, he's going to be in ICE custody, like, headed straight to Italy, as far as I understand. And that is just so sad. So I have to ask you guys, what do you think? Do you think that it's a little harsh? Do you think our system should make it a little bit easier for people who have been here for a certain amount of years? Like, what is an option for people who are going to get deported from their families, you guys? Marriage can be so hard, but marriage can be so beautiful, you guys. Like J-Lo, honey, she has got another rock on her finger, you guys. It is flawless. It is beaming. It is beautiful. It is big. But it's like the 5th or 6th time. Now, some people say, you know, that's embarrassing or sad. People say that she like falls easy. I don't think she falls easy. I think she falls hard. And I think that she is not desperate, but I think that she believes in love. She believes in marriage. And she's like, I'm just going to keep going until the wheels fall off. I mean, I'm born another day. I deserve to love another day. And if a man proposes his commitment and loyalty to me with a beautiful ring and hopefully more to offer, jump on that opportunity. Do you guys think J-Lo is like desperate for love, or do you guys think that she is someone who just falls hard and believes in love and loves again? I don't think it's embarrassing at all to have 7 rings. Like, my grandmother, she got married, I think, like 8 times, you know? Like, you live and you learn, and just like literally 5 years ago, you probably have a different taste in men. She continues to test the water, see who's out there, and you just keep going until you find someone that really resonates with you. And, you know, hopefully this is the one till death do you part. And the best thing about it is, like, you know, he has kids, she has kids, it's a blended family. From the outside, it looks like, you know, good. He's very successful. He don't need her money. She don't need his. So I don't think it's that. I think that they look really great together. I think that it is a lot on your heart to consistently trust over again, especially when you've literally done a survey and you found that every time you get married, marriage hasn't worked. But it doesn't mean that marriage doesn't work. It means that that marriage didn't work. And I think that hopefully she's found that difference. I've never been married before, but I believe in marriage, and I know that it would be very hard for me to try again. But, you know, hey, love don't cost a thing. You can still try again, and hopefully it works out, you know? Yes, 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 yes. You guys, it is just comeback season. From shows to music groups and now fashion, you guys. Oh my goodness. FUBU and Baby Phat are making a comeback, you guys. Oh my goodness. Every time I had the money from my Hungry Howie's check, you guys, I was going to the mall and going to that little, like, you know, hood boutique store that had the 80% off baby fat. I didn't care if it was out of season, honey. If it had that cat on it, I was getting it, you guys. And I didn't care how expensive it was. Like, I've always been like a frugal person, but that was the brand that I just was obsessed with. Like, I loved everything about it. And I had the perfume, I had the jewelry, I had the clothes, and I also love Kimora Lee Simmons. Watched her reality show, wish it would come back. But I think all the 90s babies are gonna jump on it. She has a brand, KLS, which is definitely more of like a chic, first lady type of like clean look. But yes, we need that ghetto fabulous back. And it wasn't even ghetto to me, but you know, it was that hood rich look, you know what I mean? It was that video girl, you know, BET 106 and Park Top 10 Live, you know what I'm saying? Like, I live for it, and I definitely think that Kimora Lee Simmons still has that eye. I think she's gonna come back so hard, and I am just so ready, and I am so here for it. FUBU as well, you guys. Check out this throwback of FUBU.
Oh, I know you want me, I can see it in your eyes. Keep on fighting with yourself.
Is that sister little brother? I'm shook. I didn't even know he was in this video, but I do think that this was a part of the episode of Smart Guy. So as you guys already know, FUBU stands for Us by Us, which was one of the first brands ever without social media to reach $350 million in its yearly sales. Complex reported this. That is giant. Like, without social media, like, as a black brand, your brother from Shark Tank, Damon John, was just killing it out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, real deal, self-made hustlers. You feel me? I'm a 90s baby, and I know that even my big sister, she's an 80s baby. Like, everybody knew about FUBU. And even Solange came out with a song. One of my favorite songs on her album was FUBU, you know? And it is... Everyone, when you think of the word FUBU, you think of black history, black heritage, and the black come up in hip hop specifically, and in, you know, the black musical industry, or the black musical culture. You know, LL Cool J was one of the biggest brand ambassadors for FUBU. I think Damon John is definitely gonna get some other people who are just gonna be so there for it and publicize it, and I am just here for the come up. I am totally the girl that just wants everyone to win, and especially the people who, like, you know, are trying to make a comeback, like trying to reinvent themselves. Anyone who truly is self-made, truly self-employed, knows that the business is all about reinventing yourself and evolving and riding that wave, because the wave continues to change. It continues to, like, go up and down, and you got to be able to, you know, push through or fall back. So I am so here for it. I see it as inspiration. I hope you guys do too. That is it for this episode of Kalima Kam, you guys. Please make sure to subscribe. Make sure to give a thumbs up. Comment below. I want to meet you. I want to get to know you better, know what you like, know what you didn't like, what you thought about my topics today. Make sure to follow me at Kalima Kam TV, and I shall see you next time.